Hey folks, welcome back to Columbus, Ohio for our Origin Summer Preview 2016. I am here with Jared from Cool Mini or Not.
Hey.
And he's going to be showing us Creo, which is a little cooperative game.
Yes.
Which is it like an earthy sort of theme? Is that what's going on?
Well, yeah, so in Creo, it's, as you said, it's fully cooperative. And the idea is that you are trying to build a well-balanced planet. And you're all working together as these titans to do that.
Okay.
And you do that through creating it's almost like a tech tree of a planet. So the first thing you have to start with is the atmosphere or a comet.
Got it.
And what happens is, it's in turn order. There's going to be a first player, and everyone plays their cards face down. So it's a hidden information game a little bit.
Okay.
And I'll explain there's a ways to get around that. But you'll be playing cards face down and then flipping them. So ideally on the first turn, you want the first player to end up with the comet or the atmosphere, because that's going to be your first trail down to building a planet.
Got it.
So what happens if you're the first player, you don't have this card? That's where these tokens come into play.
Okay.
So these were actually at the beginning of the game, we would have all sat around and drafted them. So the first player takes however many they want, second player, and so on. So you could feasibly take them all on your turn if you wanted, but that's not very nice. And what we'll use these for are a couple different things. You can spend one to reveal a card in your hand to one other player.
Okay.
And what that might suggest is, hey, if I'm going to play this, maybe you shouldn't play an orange as well, because what happens is when you play a color onto a card, it builds it.
Right.
In this case, you would need one green, and then you have the comet, and then you'd move down the tree.
Right.
But let's say that I have the comet, you're first player, and I took two of these on my draft. I could pay two to actually exchange a card with you. So I would slide you the comet secretly, and then you would just give me one of your cards.
Okay.
So once that's out and the game is going, as I said, we're building this, so we built the comet.
So you could do this and this, and that would be done.
And then probably someone would, if we were playing a 4-player game or something, a couple energies might have been wasted, or maybe someone laid down the atmosphere. But either way, once this is built, we can then move to the second level of the tech tree. So in this case, off of a comet, it says we can either start building mountains or rainbows.
Okay.
So someone's played the rainbow, we build that. Then, once that's done, we can branch off into flower or fish. And then once that happens, we are down to getting to the planet. So planet's a little bit unique because you need at least two of these tier 3s done to get the planet going.
Gotcha.
So we would finish the fish and the flower, then we move on to the planet. Now you see the planet has one of each color.
Mm-hmm.
That is meaning that's going to represent how well balanced our planet is. If we get nothing on there, we've failed. If we get one on there, it's probably not going to sustain life.
Okay.
If you get like 3, then it's probably going to work. If it's not going to be great, it's going to work. If you get 4, perfect planet.
So sort of levels of winning,
exactly,
right? I mean,
exactly.
That's, okay, got
so
it.
you can absolutely lose, but there are different levels of winning that kind of keep bringing you back.
Gotcha.
There are a few things in the game that kind of try to stop you, and those are these aggression cards. So someone is inevitably going to have these, and what's going to happen is each of them have unique things that happen. So in this case, with Thunderbolt, you would have to discard one element card from an incomplete nature card. So let's say we're trying to just get off this first one, you play that, and for some reason, because I don't like any of us, I play this one, I go, oh, well, now we're back to square one already.
So you have these in your hand, and at some point you have to
You
play.
have to get rid of them, because what's going to happen is you don't want these in your hand at the end of the game.
Gotcha.
So you have to figure out the perfect time you're going to kind of play one of these. And that's the basics of Creo. It's for people who have played the Grizzled, thematically it is different, but gameplay-wise and the feeling you get from this is very similar, because you're all working together. There's a lot of that hidden information.
Right.
So I think people who enjoy the Grizzled and the gameplay of the Grizzled are really going to like this, because it's very tough, but it's also very easy to go, well, let's go again. Let's keep playing this again. And
it sounds like it's really, a large part of it is about managing how you spend these also.
It is, and there's
that
ways,
communication,
and there's ways you
out.
can get to more as you play these. You'll gain another one, but there is that initial thing you want to. Usually, you kind of go with an even disbursement of them, but it is possible that someone could take more, and then inevitably you will end up with someone who's like sitting on them, and other people need them.
Sure.
These become very important, and it helps solve a little bit of that. We don't know at all what other players are doing, but it's very handy to have those and use them. And yeah, so this is the prototype. So this isn't final. Like the art and everything's final. Just the cards in this box are not. These are just the prototype one. But yeah, this is premiering at Gen Con for us with several other things. And
very cool, very cool.
Yeah.
It says 3 to 6 players, approximately 30 minutes.
Yep.
And that is Creo from Cool Mini or
yep.
Not. Gen Con release. Very cool. Thanks for showing it to us.
Thank you.
And thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you soon.